It's up on game. That's right. Hey, listen, our next guest coming on, the dude is a critically acclaimed fight game analyst, journalist, just all around well-rounded media personality that covers all aspects of the fight game. Our man Rhett Butler from Pretty Left Hook podcast on the Up On Game Network. You can get him at Rhett Butler. That's Rhett E. Butler on the Twitter sphere. There's a big fight. David Benavidez, that's how you say it? Benavidez and my man Caleb Plant, they're going to get it on tonight. Rhett, you in? You here? You present?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. We got an amazing fight tonight, guys. Super middleweight action at its best. David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. First and foremost, everybody got to stop saying the best and not fighting the best. You're only talking about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford at this point.
There we
David
go.
Benavidez versus Caleb Plant is a huge fight, and honestly, candidate for Fight of the Year, VAR.
I hear you.
Guys, this is going to be amazing for multiple reasons. There's real bad blood. It is not manufactured, folks. They had a fight in 2018 in the gym, namely Jose Benavidez Jr., which is David's older brother. They don't like this guy, Caleb Plant. They all known each other from the amateurs, and it's deeply rooted bad blood, not only from not liking each other through the ropes, and a little fight that they had where basically the Benavidez brothers beat up Plant's trainer at the time.
Ooh.
But really, when we get down to it, Caleb feels like the Benavidez family had talked some trash about the death of his daughter, who died at 19 months, unfortunately, of pneumonia. So this is like really deep-seated in terms of how each team feels about each other, and there's a lot to prove on the line tonight.
Wow.
Now, when you look at this fight, I look at it from the perspective of Benavidez. The way he comes at you in the fight is he's going to pressure you. He's going to throw a ton of punches. When Caleb Plant fought Canelo, he succumbed to the pressure. Was it more mental than physical? And I'm a big fan of his new trainer, Breadman. Just the way he mentally breaks fights down and helps his fighters out. Do you believe he's going to be able to help Plant get over the hurdle? Because when he fought Darrell, I don't know if that may be fool's gold, thinking Caleb Plant is a one-punch knockout artist.
Right. No, it's a great point. I do think he can help Plant get deeper into the fight, similar to what he did with Canelo. I think that Caleb Plant has a great shot tonight, but to be quite honest, and I'm going to give my prediction a little early, I do think this is going to be David Benavidez's night. Benavidez right now is on a 3-knockout streak against great guys. His last fight, he knocked out David Lemieux. Yeah, he got a little bit of miles on him, but David Lemieux was still a top-tier fighter. I mean, at this point, David Benavidez is on a crash course with Canelo Alvarez. Everybody feels like Canelo's been ducking David Benavidez. And for Caleb Plant, yes, all he has to do is look good tonight, to be quite honest. I don't see him winning, but I do think that if he looks great, it says enough about his new trainer, to your point. But I think that David Benavidez is a go-forward fighter. He's a true Mexican fighter, and he got a lot right now to keep his zero alive as well as get to that Canelo Alvarez shot.
He doesn't only have zeros, Rhett. He's blanking people like with that
He's
zero.
blanking
Like, he is like he's knocking them out. Like
They don't want to fight him. They don't want to fight David.
They don't want to fight him.
They don't want to fight him.
He's the boogeyman. He's the boogeyman in the super middleweight division. And to be quite honest, you're talking about a Mexican from Arizona versus eventually, if he's successful tonight, a true Mexican from Mexico and Canelo. That is a huge, huge fight. Canelo's next fight is in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, his hometown. So we know that Canelo
fighting nobody.
His value.
Fighting nobody.
He's fighting nobody, but it's a stay busy fight to get into the winner of Plant Benavidez. And guess what? Benavidez could have took a stay busy fight against Jose Uzacategui, but he decided to fight Plant because he knows we wanted the respect. So what did he do? Let me take Caleb Plant, who I know really wants this, has a huge chip on his shoulder, and really don't like me. That's a huge risk for Benavidez right now.
Go.
What do you make of yesterday in the weigh-in with Plant putting his finger in Benavidez's face, and Benavidez just kind of took it? He kind of responded, but he didn't respond the way I thought he would have.
You know what? We get paid on Saturday night, TJ. Listen, give me my money, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what Benavidez is doing. I'm going to stay focused. Yeah, it's cool. It's cute. We getting paid Saturday night, though.
So you're saying it was Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago. Hey, so all right. So I wanted to kind of piggyback off of what you were saying about the whole, fighting. Man, why am I blanking on my guy?
Canelo?
Thank you. So
yeah,
if this fight were to happen, because I know Canelo has evolved. Like I saw the Canelo Mayweather fight. I saw that in person. Actually, I was there. He's evolved a whole lot. He's matured a ton since that fight. How much has he changed? How much has his game evolved from then, Rhett? And how much does that play a part in having a fight like this on the horizon for Canelo? Would Canelo actually be in danger of losing this fight? I thought Floyd was in danger of losing that fight to Canelo.
How?
I thought he was in danger.
On what planet?
Oh, it was
Canelo didn't win more than 3 rounds against Floyd.
Going into that fight, that was the most legit fight that Floyd had to lose
and
out of any other fight.
No chance.
Name another fight that he had any type of odds of losing that fight versus guy.
Made him look like a child.
Man, Canelo didn't win more than 3 rounds, LaVar.
Canelo, there would never be a rematch because
I understand.
Canelo got embarrassed so bad on this fight that he would not even attempt.
I mean, some people
to
thought
step in the ring with Floyd
going
Mayweather.
into that fight.
Some people thought that Oscar De La Hoya was going to beat Mayweather.
Nah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
They did. Absolutely.
That was before Floyd became Floyd. Like that was way early.
When was he not Floyd?
Later on in his career, when it became Money Mayweather, and it became what it was. The only person in that era where everybody was paying attention to the money team and all this other stuff, Canelo was the fight. Yes or no, Rhett? Just tell me I'm wrong. Was that not the fight?
I mean,
no, he's not right about
that. That was the
Canelo.
fight.
Canelo was up and coming at that time. He wasn't what he is today, so it was not the fight because he wasn't what he is today.
Please. I mean,
okay. But to VAR's point, Canelo was the young gun aiming for a guy that everybody said was cherry picking. We all know Floyd is the best, but people were claiming he was cherry picking, and we do know that Canelo at that time was at a prime. He was a young gun.
That was a prime.
But that was a dangerous fight for sure. To VAR's point,
it was a dangerous fight. That's what it was built up to be. Name another. Y'all said Oscar De La Hoya. Like that's in the beginning. That's when Floyd was Canelo. Like, to me, when you're looking at that fight between Canelo and Floyd, that was the fight that everyone said, if there's a fight out there for Floyd to lose, this would be the fight. I'm not making that up. That's what everybody was saying. That's not an opinion. I'm just telling y'all what was being stated.
I don't know how many people thought Canelo was going to beat Floyd. I don't know.
I didn't.
I got to look back at the boxing odds for that year, but I think what it did was it solidified that Floyd is an excellent tactician, and Canelo got a boxing lesson for sure.
Yes, he
did.
But
to VAR's original question, I think that Canelo right now in the super middleweight division is on a tear. He clearly is out of his depth with Dmitry Bivol in light heavyweight division. He tried to do it after he beat Sergey Kovalev. However, Dmitry Bivol is another completely different animal. And to be quite honest, in super middleweight division, I think David Benavidez is more akin to Dmitry Bivol. So to answer your question directly, LaVar, Canelo has a lot on his hands with David Benavidez. This is the guy that could usurp the crown at the super middleweight level, and Canelo has all the belts. Tonight is for the interim WBC super middleweight, so it's a direct line for Canelo's.
And watch what he do after. Watch what he does after this. Is he gonna fight him? It looked like he been ducking. And people keep. David Morrell can fight too. It's not too many people They don't want to fight him either.
Absolutely.
Who are you saying? Canelo's going to duck him?
Yeah, I'm saying that.
What do you think, Rhett?
I hope not, because I think Canelo's taking on challenges right now. But boxing politics are boxing politics. We got to see. But I think anything can happen, and I do think Canelo wants to continue this line in his career of taking the right guys. Yes, we know John Ryder is a tune-up fight, so we're going to count him out. But guess what? That's for Mexico, right? Beat up a guy for the fans. He ain't fought home in a long time.
Hey, but you know what he says, though, Rhett? Hey, LaVar, so this is what Canelo has said. I don't want to fight Benavidez because he hasn't fought anybody, but you'll fight 3 and 4 other guys that have never fought anyone either.
But he can't say that after tonight, though.
Right.
I'm just saying.
He can't say it after tonight. So this is a prove it. So this is a step up, prove it fight for Benavidez.
Yeah. And his WBC belt will be on the line if he doesn't take the fight against the winner of tonight's fight.
So Absolutely. It's almost like a mandatory type of deal?
Yeah, because this is for the interim. So after that, you have to go and fight the real champion, which is Canelo.
Ooh, I love that. That's our
You
man,
have to.
Rhett Butler, man. Pretty Left Hook podcast on Up On Game Network. Anything else you working on? You know, I know you write for Shadow League. Like,
Absolutely.
what else you got going on before we let you go, my guy?
Man, we working on a whole lot, man. Just all day representing that Up On Game brand. You know what we doing, man. Check us out all day at Pretty Left Hook Podcast on IG. Everything LaVar, TJ, and Plax are doing, man. It's one family. Let's go.
Hey,
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
Left Hook,
My
followed
man
by
Rhett.
Right Cross. Bang, bang.